The world was watching. Super Bowl LIX, a rematch of last year's epic clash, brought two NFL powerhouses, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles, back onto the grandest stage in sports. This wasn't just a battle for the Lombardi Trophy. It was a collision of legacies, a showdown between modern juggernauts. Patrick Mahomes, the reigning MVP, and Jalen Hurts, the electric dual-threat quarterback, would once again face off in a game that promised fireworks from start to finish. The setting was SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles, a glittering jewel under the California sun. Fans decked out in red and gold clashed in enthusiasm with the sea of green, their chants and cheers reverberating through the air. As the national anthem concluded and the coin toss decided, the Chiefs would start with the ball. From the opening whistle, the energy on the field was palpable. The Chiefs wasted no time in making their intentions clear. Mahomes came out firing, connecting with Travis Kelce for a quick 17-yard gain on the opening drive. The Eagles' vaunted pass rush, led by Hassan Reddick, applied pressure early. But Mahomes showcased exactly why he's earned his reputation as a magician. Twisting out of a collapsing pocket on 3rd and 9, he found Marquez Valdes-Scantling streaking downfield for a 36-yard completion. Valdes-Scantling streaked downfield for a 36-yard completion that set up Isaiah Pacheco's bruising 12-yard touchdown run. The Chiefs drew first blood, taking an early 7 lead. If Kansas City's first drive was surgical, the Eagles' response was equally methodical. Hurts orchestrated a balanced attack, leaning heavily on the legs of star running back DeAndre Swift and the precision of wide receiver Devonta Smith. A perfectly executed RPO gave Philadelphia its first big play of the game, as Hurts kept the ball on a fake handoff and scampered 28 yards into Chiefs territory. On 3rd and goal, with Kansas City stacking the box, Hurts lofted a perfect fade into the corner of the end zone. A.J. Brown rose above 2 defenders to snag the touchdown, tie game 7-7, and the shootout was officially on. The first quarter gave way to a feverish second, with both offenses trading haymakers. Mahomes found his rhythm by targeting a seemingly unguardable Kelce in the middle of the field. The Eagles countered with their punishing offensive line, arguably the best in the league, paving the way for back-to-back chunk plays on the ground. By mid-quarter, the score had climbed to 17-14, with Kansas City holding a slight edge thanks to a 42-yard field goal by Harrison Butker. But then came the first game-changing moment. Late in the second quarter, with Philadelphia driving deep into Chiefs territory, Chris Jones delivered a stunning sack on Hurts. The sack forced a 3rd and long that derailed the Eagles' momentum. On the ensuing play, a rare unforced error occurred as Hurts mishandled the snap, fumbling the football. Chiefs linebacker Nick Bolton, always in the right place at the right time, scooped up the loose ball and sprinted 65 yards the other way for a defensive touchdown. Just like that, Kansas City seized a commanding 24-14 lead heading into halftime. The Eagles, however, were far from finished. As Rihanna lit up the halftime show with a medley of hits, Philadelphia head coach Nick Sirianni and his staff regrouped with a clear plan for the second half. Put the game back in Hurts' hands and let him lead. The third quarter began with a sense of urgency, and Hurts delivered in every imaginable way. He slashed through Kansas City's defense on a series of designed QB runs and quick passes, capitalizing on their aggressiveness. A 22-yard dart to Smith on the sideline set up another touchdown, this time a bulldozing quarterback sneak from Hurts himself. The Eagles now trailed by just 3 points, 24-21. What followed was a defensive chess match. Kansas City's secondary, led by rookie standout Trent McDuffie, tightened up in coverage, forcing Hurts into a pair of incompletions on crucial downs. Meanwhile, Philadelphia's pass rush began to wear down the Chiefs' offensive line, forcing Mahomes to scramble wildly to extend plays. Points became hard to come by as the third quarter bled into the fourth, and the tension in the stadium was almost unbearable. Neither team could break the stalemate, and the score remained locked at 24-21 heading into the final 10 minutes. Then came the play that shifted the tide once more. Facing a critical 3rd and 15 near midfield, Mahomes scrambled to his right, narrowly evading the outstretched arms of a leaping Reddick. With a flick of the wrist, he launched a laser beam into double coverage, straight to Kelce, who somehow wrestled the ball away, for a 26-yard gain. The Chiefs rode the momentum the rest of the way, capping the drive with a jet sweep to Kadarius Toney, who danced his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Butker's extra point made it 31-21. Backed against the wall, Philly roared back with one final push. Hurts orchestrated a 9-play, 75-yard drive that culminated in a stunning 43-yard strike to Brown, who broke 2 tackles en route to the end zone. The score was now 31-28 with under 4 minutes to play. What happened next was a testament to Kansas City's poise and versatility. Knowing they needed to drain the clock, Mahomes and offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy dialed up a masterclass in clock management. Short, high-percentage throws mixed with timely runs from Pacheco and veteran Jerick McKinnon kept the chains moving and the clock ticking. By the time the Eagles burned their final timeout, Kansas City faced a 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line with 45 seconds remaining. Instead of playing conservatively, the Chiefs went for the dagger. Mahomes dropped back, scanned the field, and fired a low bullet to Sky Moore in the slot. Touchdown Kansas City! The crowd erupted as Butker added the extra point, making it 38-28. Philadelphia's desperation drive in the final seconds yielded only a field goal, leaving the final score at 38-31. As the confetti rained down, the Chiefs celebrated their 2nd Super Bowl victory in 3 years, cementing their dynasty status. Mahomes once again was named Super Bowl MVP, finishing with 293 passing yards, 3 touchdowns, and countless clutch moments that defined the game. But the Eagles, led by a heroic effort from Hurts, had nothing to hang their heads about. Hurts totaled over 400 yards of offense, 4 touchdowns, and a performance that solidified his place among the NFL's elite quarterbacks. In the end, Super Bowl LIX delivered everything fans could have wanted: drama, brilliance, and a fitting conclusion to the season. For the Kansas City Chiefs, it was a celebration of excellence. For the Eagles, it was a motivator to return stronger. And for the rest of us, it was a reminder of why we love this game. Until next season, the Lombardi Trophy remains in Kansas City.